Good day everyone, this is your teacher Ma'am Aduko, and for our lesson video today, I will be discussing accounting concepts and principles. And before we proceed to our main topic, let me give you the guidelines on basic principles and concepts. The generally accepted accounting principles, or the GAAP, is the framework and guidelines of accounting pro professions, and the purpose of GAAP is to standardize accounting concepts, principles, and procedures in doing financial reports and in recording business transactions. There are certain rules and principles that are to be followed. And here are the accounting concepts and principles. Materiality principle. Materiality principle includes all assets that are immaterial to make a difference in the financial statements, which the company should record as an expense. Like for example, a ball pen. Okay, so a ball pen has an estimated useful life up to 3 months. Since a ball pen is immaterial relative to assets, it should be recorded as an expense. Another accounting principle is the going concern principle. A business is expected to continue indefinitely. On the basis, generally, assets are recorded based on their original cost and not on market value. Assets are assumed to be held and used for an indefinite period of time or during its estimated useful life. Those assets are not intended to be sold immediately or liquidated. For example, when preparing the financial statement, it should be assumed that the entity will continue indefinitely. The other accounting principle is the time period principle. The financial statements are usually divided into specific time intervals. The business should report the financial statements appropriate to a specific period. For example, an accountant of ABC company, so the manager requires her to prepare financial statements every month, or it could be annually, or for example, the salary expense from January to December 2015 should only be reported in 2015. Another accounting principle is the monetary unit principle. Monetary unit principles, the amounts are stated into a single monetary unit. The business financial transactions recorded and reported should be in the monetary unit, like Philippine peso, US dollars, euro, and etc. And any non-financial or non-monetary information that cannot be measured in monetary units are not recorded in the accounting books, but instead a memorandum will be used. Like for example, Jollibee. Jollibee should report financial statements in pesos even if they have a branch in the United States. Another accounting concept is the business entity principle. A business entity principle states that a business enterprise is separate and distinct from its owner or investors or shareholders. Any personal transactions of its owners should not be recorded in the business accounting book unless the owner's personal transactions involve adding or withdrawing resources from the business. Like for example, if the owner has a barber shop, the cash of the barber shop should be reported separately from the personal cash of the owner. Another example, the owner had a business meeting with a prospective client. The expenses that come with that meeting should be part of the company's expenses. If the owner paid for gas for his personal use, it should not be included as part of the company's expenses. So that's what it means by business entity principle. Another accounting principle is the cost principle. This is an accounting principle wherein accounts should be recorded initially at cost as well as assets at the respective cash amounts at the time the assets was purchased. Like for example, when the owner of a grocery store purchased a calculator, it should be recorded in the accounting books at its price when it was bought. So that is the cost principle. Another accounting principle is the accrual accounting principle. In this principle, revenue should be recognized when earned regardless of collection. Like for example, a lawyer offer his or her services to a client, and then the client told him or her that the payment will be on the end of the month. So the law office should record the fee, lawyer's fee, as an income or revenue regardless of collection. Same goes with the expenses which are recorded when incurred regardless of payment. Okay, for example, the law office purchase an office supplies on account. Okay, so the law office should record it as an expenses regardless of when are they going to pay the account. And the opposite of the accrual accounting principle is the cash basis principle. Cash basis principle states that revenue is recorded when collected and expenses should be recorded when paid. A cash basis is not generally an accepted principle today. So we have here an example. When a painter finished performing his services, he should record it as a revenue, even if his professional fee is still uncollected. And when the painter has to pay his studio rent, he should record it as an expense even if it is unpaid. Another accounting principle is the matching principle. In this principle, cost should be matched with the revenue generated. It requires that the expenses incurred during a period be recorded in the same period in which the related revenues are earned. Like example, recording of doubtful account expense should be done when the revenue was earned, or the advance payment from clients must be recorded in the month when the services were rendered, or like Lori sold the goods to her customers, her revenues or her sales income increases and the inventories of her goods decreases. So the reduction of the inventories in relation to revenues is called the cost of goods sold. So that is the expense in producing the goods or service. And it should be recorded in the period in which the revenues were earned. So it means that if you have revenue, there must be an expenses. So it should be matched. The revenue should be recorded at also the expenses should be recorded at the same time. So this is the matching principle. Another accounting principle is the disclosure principle. All necessary, relevant, and material information should be reported in the accounting records for transparency. For example, the owner of the business enterprise decides to withdraw cash for personal use, the business owner should record it in the accounting books for transparency. Another accounting principle is the conservatism principle. Conservatism principle is also known as prudence. Assets and income should not be overstated, while liabilities and expenses should not be understated. And in case of doubt, expenses should be recorded at a higher amount and revenues should be recorded at a lower amount. The principle of conservatism gives guidance on how to record uncertain events and estimates. The principle of conservatism states that one should always consider an error on the most conservative side of any transactions. And this means minimizing profits by recording uncertain losses or expenses and not recording uncertain or estimated gains. Like example, assume Gold Guitar Incorporated is in the middle of a patent lawsuit against Blue Guitar Company for patent infringement, and the Gold Guitar Incorporated assumes or anticipates winning a large settlement against the Blue Guitar. Since the settlement is not yet certain, GGI did not record the gain on the financial statements report. Why? Because GGI might not actually see this gain, or they might not win, or when they win, it might not be as expected. Since, since a large winning settlement might skew the financial statements and mislead the financial users, the gain is not recorded in the accounting books. Another accounting principle is the objectivity principle. This principle states that the financial statements must be presented with supporting evidence. The objectivity principle states that the accounting information and financial reporting should be independent and supported with unbiased evidence. This means that accounting information must be based on research and facts, not merely preparer's opinion. The objectivity principle is aimed at making financial statements more relevant and reliable. Like, for example, a company is trying to get financing for an extra plant expansion and decided to apply for a bank loan. But the bank wants to see a copy of its financial statements before it will allow for a loan. The company's bookkeeper prints out an income statements from its accounting system and mails it to the bank. Most likely, the bank will reject this financial statement because an independent party is not the one who prepares it. So, in other words, this income statement violates the objectivity principle. Another accounting principle is the accounting period. This principle entails a business to complete the whole accounting process over a specific operating time period. Accounting period may be monthly, quarterly, or annually. For annual accounting period, it may follow a calendar or a fiscal year. Like for example, the owner can monitor the results of the business operations periodically either by monthly, quarterly, or annually to check whether the business is profitable or not. The other accounting principle is the consistency principle. The consistency principle states that the company should use the same accounting treatment for similar events and transactions over time. The consistency principle does not state that the business always have to use the same accounting method forever. Like for example, Bob Computers, a computer retailer, has historically used first in, first out for valuing its inventory. In the last few years, the business has become quite profitable, and Bob's accountant suggests that Bob switches to the last in, first out inventory system to minimize taxable income. According to the consistency principle, Bob's computer can change accounting methods for a justifiable reason, and that reason is for minimizing taxes. To recap our lesson, these are the following accounting concepts and principles: materiality principle, going concern principle, time period principle, monetary unit principle, business entity principle, cost principle, accrual accounting principle, matching principle, disclosure principle, conservatism principle, objectivity principle, accounting period principle, and the consistency principle. Thank you for watching our lesson video today. This is your teacher, Ma'am Aduko. Have a nice day and bye-bye.